partner, the seven-figure deal, and the breakout star of the year here at NWA Anarchy for 2006, the television champion of the world, Ace Rockwell, and things are getting started off right now as Shadow Jackson and Mikki Free begin hostilities.
The Urban Assault Squad and Justice Served, they have, let's say, they haven't quite got along as teammates as one thought they would, and now Justice Served saying they have representation. What?
Apparently, any dealings Anarchy has from this point forward has to go through their representation, whoever in the world that may be. Right now, the Extreme Dream Mikki Free, toe-to-toe.
Is it you?
Of course it's not me. How would it be me?
Well, I've seen you talking to these guys an awful lot.
I talk to a lot of people in the locker room an awful lot. It's part of my job.
Yeah, but how do I know you're not double dipping?
I'm not what?
Double dipping.
I'm not dignifying that. And right now,
you know what? No, first of all, this right here, NWA Anarchy, each week in and week out, everybody knows that I'll dig deep to get the answers.
Correct.
I'm asking you, is it you? Are you
no,
their representative?
It is not me. Is it you? You've been a manager before.
Why would you even ask me that?
Because it's part of my job. I'm digging deep for the answers. Blah, blah, blah. Tag, in comes Nemesis.
I don't like bald guys.
Looked in the mirror lately? And right now, Nemesis, not exactly in the right part of town, but he has found a point of control on the ticking time bomb, Jason Justice. And now, ground and pound, right hand, short and crisp, to the head of Jason Justice. And now setting up Northern Lights release. And back to the arm. The Urban Assault Squad, no strangers to anyone in this match. Of course, they have been teammates with Ace Rockwell as part of Team NWA Anarchy 06. They were teammates with Justice Served on more than one occasion. They have been opponents now on more than one occasion. Also worth noting that they have been opponents with Jeremy Vane on more than one occasion. They had numerous wars over the Anarchy Tag Team titles.
Well, in fact, it was the Urban Assault Squad that defeated Jeremy Vane and Hot Stuff Fernandez for those NWA Anarchy Tag Team titles last year. And right now, Jeremy Vane suckering Nemesis in.
Jeremy Vane chasing him into the wrong part of town, and in comes the television champion of the world, fresh off of his title defense against the international superstar Jimmy Rave just a couple of weeks ago. You fans at home got to see that match in its entirety. Irish whip reversed. Rockwell, avalanche splash. Tag out. In comes Shadow Jackson. Jackson, headbutt. Make it two. One headbutt after another to the skull of Jeremy Vane. A knife edge chop, and Shadow Jackson just stares at him. I don't think the tag team champion is impressed.
And now Shadow Jackson just throwing Jeremy Vane back in that corner. Now the referee, Jacob Ashe, needs to get in here and get some order restored.
Ashworth. Oh!
Butterworth?
Ashworth up and over the top rope and running right into a roadblock by the name of Nemesis. Jumping Mafia kick from Shadow Jackson. Knee drop. And the three-time former World's Television Champion, Jeremy Vane, in trouble and in the wrong part of town. Measured right hand by Nemesis, and he is being choked out as we speak. Ashworth administering the count, and now Shadow Jackson. No one ever claimed that the Urban Assault Squad followed every rule in the book.
Well, of course not. I mean, sometimes you got to break rules. Now, it doesn't mean I like the Urban Assault Squad. I mean, these guys, okay, I give them credit. They did us a solid in 2006, by being part of Team Anarchy. They saved our jobs along with, the rest of Team Anarchy, Ace Rockwell, Slim J, Justice Served. That's pretty nice of them. But, I mean, one thing that you can't change is what these two guys are. They're a couple common street thugs. They're hoodlums.
Excuse me? They're the three-time Anarchy Tag Team champions.
Yeah, and exactly. And with that kind of success, you would think, what do they need with money? But they'll still pick your pockets.
Oh, good grief. And now Rockwell has Vane in the wrong part of town. Shadow Jackson thumb to the eye. And Jackson sets him up to the near side. Big back elbow. And the crowd getting behind the three-time tag team champions. Fish drop, 2. And Jason Justice putting his hands on an NWA official to stop the count.
Well, Jacob Butterworth deserved it.
Jacob Ashworth, and putting your hands on an official of the National Wrestling Alliance is usually accompanied by a fine and a suspension. And a disqualification, come to think of it.
He can afford it. It's okay. You know, I mean, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. I mean, that's what I would do.
Having to do what you have to do is what has gotten Justice Served disqualified against the Anarchy Tag Team Champions in the past. Look at Season's Beatings for an example. Setting up Rockwell in the corner.
It was Jerry Palmer playing favorites.
It was no such thing. Missing the avalanche in the corner. Right hand from Rockwell and a super kick from Jeremy Vane. Big knee lift. The TV champ gets wiped out with the clothesline.
And I mean, he's just getting it from all ends, Greg Hunter.
The NWA television champion of the world, certainly in a world of trouble. For those who look at Ace Rockwell and see a solid singles competitor, it is worth noting Rockwell is a 2-time former Wildside Tag Team Champion and is a former Anarchy Tag Team Champion, so he knows this dynamic very well. But right now, he is going toe-to-toe with the Extreme Dream Mikki Free, and that is not the smartest thing anybody ever did.
Greg Hunter, all former means is that you used to be. You know, I mean, it means you're a has-been.
It means
and
he
also ran.
The guy has the experience. He knows what to do in these situations.
I invented the question mark.
You what?
I invented the question mark.
What does that have to do with anything? Rockwell right now.
I want my credit. You're giving him credit for being a former Anarchy and Wildside Tag Team Champion. I invented the question mark.
Backbreaker. As the wonderful folks at Webster's are looking for a way to sue my broadcast partner. And now.
I love that show.
Oh, Lord. Leapfrog by the television champion. Crossbody attempt. Gets caught by Mikki Free. And just throws the man away. Strongest team, physically speaking, in Anarchy today. Justice comes into the ring. He has Rockwell, choking him out now on that middle turnbuckle. And now Mikki Free continuing. The Urban Assault Squad are not helping their partner here.
Well, you know, that's what you get for being a hothead. You got to be calm sometimes, Greg Hunter. You can't jump to conclusions. You can't run in there and just do things. We're not living by the law of the jungle here. We're living by the laws of the NWA.
You came very close to getting sued for copyright infringement again. You know that? That would make a wonderful song lyric. And right now, going to the eyes is Jason Justice, by no means a simple man. Psychotic by every stretch of the imagination. Agile. And knows the mind games very, very well.
And mean.
Well, I thought that part was pretty obvious.
Well, sometimes you got to explain things for people at home.
Jeremy Vane comes in now, battering the world's television champion, who finds himself in hostile territory. Forearm across the back, now being choked out in Justice Served's corner. And now, Nemesis and Shadow Jackson trying to point out the mugging of Ace Rockwell, not helping him. Rockwell now trying to help himself and got caught. Big backbreaker. Again, Rockwell finds himself, the back being worked over in that punishing maneuver. Cover. One. Referee right on top of things. Rockwell getting out at the count of 1.
2007's come along, and Jeremy Vane is focused. And, I mean, obviously, it looks like he's made Ace Rockwell his target here. And, I mean, just taking it to it, I mean, Ace Rockwell, the breakout star of 2006, I give this kid a lot of credit. Ace Rockwell endured a lot in 2006 and is a very worthy world television champion. However, if Jeremy Vane was to get a pinfall in this match, would Ace Rockwell do the right thing and give Jeremy Vane a title shot?
I don't think that's even a question. Ace Rockwell has not ducked an opponent in his entire career that I know of. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors by the best wrestler on television today. Going after Justice, got caught. Sit out power bomb.
Maybe he should have ducked that one.
Right now, Ace Rockwell would be well served to get a tag to the Urban Assault Squad. For the record, voted by you fans at home as the 2006 Anarchy Tag Team of the Year.
Which I'm pretty sure Jerry Palmer had something to do with that one, too.
Okay, they're the 3-time Anarchy Tag Team champions. They won 2 of those titles in 2006.
Okay.
What in the world does that have to do with anything? They earned it.
I disagree.
Well, you've just disagreed with thousands upon thousands of fans at home who happen to vote for the Urban Assault Squad.
I'd like to see the IP addresses on all those.
Well, I'm sure you can go back and get them. Right now, Jeremy Vane clubbing forearms to the back of the world's television champion. Rockwell out of nowhere with the spine buster, and the arena comes to its feet.
But how much does he have left, Greg Hunter? I mean, he's taking a beating and a half.
We've seen him take beating after beating after beating. There's plenty left in the reserves of the 7-figure deal. And right now, Vane enticing the Urban Assault Squad.
Now, talk about putting your hands on an official. Nemesis just shoved Butterworth.
Ashworth, and yes, he did. Double clothesline. Vane is down. Justice served now. Right hand duck, Shadow Jackson. Spine buster of his own to the ticking time bomb. Mikki free and Nemesis. Belly to belly overhead release. Nemesis goes to the floor. And now the Anarchy Tag Team Champions, and Justice served. Oh my Lord. Sends him right into the guardrail. Justice distracting Rockwell. VKO and the VDT06 cover, hook of the leg, 2, and Jeremy Vane just pinned the world's television champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners of the match, the team of Mikki Free, Jason Justice, and Jeremy Vane.
The Urban Assault Squad are left laying on the NWA Arena floor at the hands of Jason Justice and Mikki Free, and Jeremy Vane has just scored a pinfall on the world's television champion.